from the right baseline. Keene throws it in, deflected by Clark, goes to the sideline, saved by Brown, and Missouri wins the game. The Tigers win it. A deflection by Missouri. And the Tigers, thanks to 4 free throws in the final 90 seconds by Ernest Ross, come back to win the game 70-68.
It was a chess match at the end of the game, and bring it to you was the voice of the Tigers, Mike Kelly. Mike, good to win one on the road anytime in tournament play or in conference play.
Or in regular play. I mean, particularly if you're shooting, whatever it was, 41 free throws, something like that. So, Missouri needed that, particularly with a game on the road. Again, Thursday night they'll play at Vanderbilt and then home against Alabama, so you needed to avoid the 0-2 start in conference play.
Yeah, how good is Auburn? Are they any good basketball-wise?
I don't think so. They're 8-4. They're very soft up front. They've got a couple of good players in the backcourt that can score the basketball. One of them was not very good in that game, although they had a young freshman that stepped up and hit several threes, and had a young kid that came off the bench that hadn't really made a significant amount of threes this season that hit a few. So, frankly, I'm not sure the league's very good. And I was just talking to Frank. I think that the overall play in college basketball has really deteriorated over the last 10 years. But Missouri's got a chance to certainly be among the group that can vie for a title. They just have to continue to improve.
It's so interesting you say that, because I have been thinking that for years, and just with the one and done rule or the dribble and punch it out and shoot the three. You go back and look at a game from the 1980s. Okay, granted, I'm playing old guy here, but just seems like the stars were just bigger, better, and it was just a different game 20 years ago.
Well, I think one and done has had an influence. I think AAU basketball has had a negative influence on college basketball. Because I don't know how many kids in this day and age are being taught the game the right way by their high school coaches. So, the one thing they do is they play a lot of games, particularly during the summer months. You can say, well, that's good because you're playing a lot of games, but how many of those games are you playing the right way?
Right.
And I think that's had an impact on the game.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I also love these AAU or select teams or whatever else. I've never understood somebody in St. Louis driving to Oklahoma to play a game. Like, you can't find 5 guys to play between here and Oklahoma.
Well, I guess their argument is it's about trying to match yourself against better quality kids and the exposure that going outside of your area provides for a young man, and that's good. But I just don't think that the game itself is being taught correctly. Particularly for kids at a young age.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Mike Kelly, I'm minding my own business reading Bernie Mickels's column and come to find out that you were named Missouri Broadcaster of the Year.
Yeah, that was nice. I mean, the National Sportscasters and Sports Writers Association does a thing every year, and it's the second consecutive year I've been fortunate enough to win the award, and frankly, I don't understand the process, but I don't. But I don't know who nominates you. I think I've come to find out who votes on it, but it's nice to be recognized. It's it's one of those nice honors.
Do they give you a plaque at least or something?
It's a small. Trophy, about 10
golden microphone.
They do a wonderful job. I've never been to the event, but I'm told that they do a wonderful event in North Carolina in June. So it was I had a daughter graduating from college during the event last year, and unfortunately, it's the same time of a charity event that I've been involved with for years. This year, so I won't be able to make it this year either. But I'm told it's a great event.
Two back-to-back. You want to go for a three-peat next year? You probably figure out how to do that.
It's just, again, you're flattered just to be recognized.
No, it's a nice deal. What do we know about Vandy? Mizzou takes on Vandy Thursday night. What do we know about them?
Well, they're coming off of a loss against Kentucky. They're a team that'll be difficult to beat at Vanderbilt. It's a Memorial Gym is an interesting place in that the benches are on the baseline, so you have to get used to that. The floor is slightly elevated. They'll be difficult to beat. They're really well coached. Kevin Stallings, who played at Collinsville and played at Belleville Area College back in the day before going to Purdue, does a terrific job coaching that team, and they'll be very committed to run their stuff. They're shorthanded. They lost their leading scorer, who was dismissed from school last week. But they'll still play well.
The benches are on the end line?
Yeah, the benches are on the baseline. Yeah, that's one of the neat little curiosities about that arena.
I don't know if I like that. That's a weird way to coach. You got to scream all the way down the field, the court or whatever,
or down the court.
Yeah, court or the diamond or whatever they call it these days.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mike Kelly, who's your sponsor?
Walter Knoll Florist, operating in St. Louis since the late 1800s, and certainly getting it done for Missouri families and St. Louis families for all of their floral needs. All you need to do is check them out online. They have all of the expertise and creativity of the bigs. They just need a chance to win your business, and they will. Go to WKF.com because they want to become your personal florist. Walter Knoll Florist.
Mike Kelly, Sportscaster of the Year, takes on the voice of the Tigers. Mizzou takes on Vandy. 6 p.m. tip-off for Thursday here on the Big 550 KTRS. Mike, have a good week. Talk to you on Friday.
McGraw, I cannot wait for that conversation.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you very much, Mike Kelly.